Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from 2XO. This is their White Oak Rye Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey, coming in at a 46% ABV. So 2XO is one of those brands that was out the gate I was a big fan of. The Phoenix Blend was an awesome start-off point for Dixon Dedman, who was coming from Kentucky Owl, start up his own company. And he is a master blender for a reason. He is a phenomenal person when it comes to his palate. Since then, they've released a slew of limited releases and a few of these oak series as well to kind of experiment. I got brand fatigue and I kind of stepped away from the brand for a while just because it was just like you're kind of you're smothering me with black and gold bottles and telling me your experiences that they were made up of are from your life, which is really cool. But at the end of the day, unless I know what's going on in the bottle, it's really hard for me to kind of talk about through taste on your life experiences, I guess. But again, back on the oak finishing series so far, they've done an American oak and they've done a French oak. This is the first rye that 2XO has done. And they do tell us that essentially this is a 95% rye. So shocker, probably the other 5% is a malted barley. And then they've used a chain of white oak staves, essentially cubes, I'm assuming, put it into there and finished it with that white oak. And I was really excited about that, being that I've been on a huge rye kick in recent time, and B, we don't see a lot of double oak ryes out on the market. So with the little bit of information we know on this one, let's jump into it, see how he did. I love how classic look these bottles are. Very, very eye-catching, very sleek. So, as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in some other reviews that I've done over 2XO, links to those videos will be up above and down below for you to check out. I can still find most of their bottlings around in my stores. They just have not been a big seller here in Indiana, and I've been really tempted to go through and start picking them up just so I could have the full collection of them. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet on there. I think it'd be fun to own them all and to do like a full A/B comparison between them all. Maybe we'll do that one day. I don't know. I'm not committing to that. It's a lot of money. It's got a nice caramely color going on here. Kind of like a rich homemade caramel going on. Very pretty in the glass. Alrighty, let's go for notes. Okay. It's a nice rye. It's a little sweeter than I was expecting. Got a very beautiful herbal and medicinal note going on. A little floral as well. The oakiness is light, soft, and sweet. It's got a nice kind of char layer going on, but it's also got this kind of nice pine note. Not quite pine sol, but it's got a nice light whisper of pine. Almost like a gin finished product. Like if you put something into a gin barrel. Nice herbalness going on in there. I want to say minty, but it's not quite minty. Might like spearmint. Is it like a spearmint? It's a white peppermint. That's what it is. It's white peppermint. Light little bit of caramel in there. No real vanilla notes. But it's got a good, solid, charry base, but not overly heavy in that. If I had to guess, it's probably younger rye. Also, probably when the finishing process didn't get heavily put in there, especially if they're using white oak cubes. Again, the wording on it was kind of, because they said chained, so I'm assuming they're using they put it inside where the bung goes. There's an interesting, I'm almost getting, I want to say a spearmint bubblegum. Winter mint bubblegum, that's what it is. It's got a winter mint bubblegum note that's got kind of a powdery to keep it from sticking on there. It's got a bit of ABV warmth on there as well. Nothing necessarily harsh, there's nothing off about it. But you do get some warmth on the nose. But there is a powdery, kind of white powder note going on for me right now. Very different than what I was expecting. Again, this is coming from somebody in Indiana that lives and breathes the 95.5 rye. I do like it. It's just very different. That white oak finishing with the cubes is coming across different than a typical rye, and I appreciate that. And I can assume why they chose white oak over American oak is because the white oak is going to be a lighter experience versus a true double oaking process, which I can respect. Let's go for a taste, see how it is. It's very bitter. Very bitter. It's got a weird mouthfeel to it as well. It's both clotty and yet not. The rye doesn't come through much at all. Like, you get a bit of herbal, a bit of medicinal, but it does not drink like a 95 rye. That powdery note that I was finding on the nose is also coming through in the taste. Yeah, this one's not for me. I can already tell you that right from the get-go. That is not at all what I was expecting nor hoping for. Like, it just starts off bitter. You then get a bit of the herbal, medicinal, little bit of spearminty fresh in there, that winter mini note. But then you're getting that powdery note, and the mouthfeel itself is both like thick and yet not at the same time. It's got a good spice to it. I'll give it that. Like, you get a good rye spice here in the finish, but at the beginning to middle, you're not finding a lot of that complexity from it. It's just a lot of bitterness. That one definitely falls flat for me, and especially, I don't know. Let's go for another sip here because I just feel like I'm going to trash on it more. Yeah, that beginning sip is off. It's not quite as bitter now that I've sipped it 3 times, but you're still finding this kind of bitter oaky, almost like, I guess the best way is almost a musty bitterness from a barrel. The spice is showing up a bit more on there from the rye side of things. And again, for me, it's coming across very winter mint gum-like, with that bit of cinnamon stick in there, little bit of clove if I really want to dig deep. But it's got a good cling to the palate. It's just not one that I was... Again, it's both thick and not at the same time. The wrong parts of the sip is lingering. I think that's what it boils down to. Because it's got this kind of bitter white pepper linger going on. And again, now my tongue feels like I just finished chewing. Like, the best thing I could say is like the powder from like the Hubba Bubble bubble gum, that white powder they put on there so it doesn't stick to the label. That's what the coating on my tongue feels like right now. Like, it's just this powdery white substance. Yeah, that one's not for me either. Let's talk about a grade. I'm disappointed in that. Pricing on this, I paid $40. It looks like some places are going up into the 50s for this bottle. It's not worth $40, in my opinion. Again, this is just some schmuck online talking right now. D plus if I really want to be generous, but it's a D. The rye characteristics are mostly lost. The nose is really solid. If I was going off the nose, it was going to get a good solid C plus, slightly above average. The nose was really had a beautiful lightness to it. That bit of winter mint was there. That little bit of oakiness was showing through. It didn't come across bitter. It came across a little ABV warm, but the palate is off. Maybe it's me. Maybe I have a tainted bottle. Those are always possibilities. But as this sip sits, it's bitter. It's got little complexity going on there from a rye mash bill with a double oaking process. And it just falls flat. So I'm going to give it a D. It's below average. For $40, you can do much better in the $20 range. There are better MGP 2-year-old ryes than this. At the end of the day, I'm disappointed, and I think I'm done with 2XO at this point. I've had a few of their other bottlings that I just don't think are great, and this is unfortunately another one to kind of stick up on that. So it is what it is, but at the end of the day, just not for me, I guess. So yeah, there you have it, folks. 2XO White Oak Rye Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I even like it might not.